all of our listeners, they're probably watching this video right now or listening to this podcast right now because where they are, they feel stuck. They feel that there's no path. They feel that there's no way forward. They've been passed up on the promotion, so they lose hope. This is what it is. This is all you can do. To be honest, the life insurance industry and what we do is attractive because that's limitless. Don't let a group or an organization put a limit on you when you're coming to a limitless opportunity.
Hey, good day, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Life Insurance Academy. Zach and I are in studio today. Good to be with you, Zach.
Hey, we're ready today. Good to be here.
We got some stuff that we're firing at you today. We got 5 things that you need to consider before even getting into the life insurance business. These are questions most people wish they had the answers to, questions that I wish I had the answers to when I got started. Of course, you got in with me, so I was hoping you were trusting me. But I think when people are checking out this business, there's some stuff that they don't know, and people don't know what they don't know. Therefore, they don't ask. So what questions do they need to know?
Well, this is so important. It's those things that if you accidentally jump in before understanding these at not a crazy amount of depth, but at some level of depth, it can hurt you. It can hurt your business. It can hurt your opportunity. It can hurt you financially.
It can hold you back. You lose time. You lose money because you're putting your energy and resources and investments into the wrong direction for a little while before you figure it out. Now, I will say some of this stuff, you just got to jump in and figure it out as you go. But if we can help you solve some of that up front by giving you the questions that you should ask before you start, that's what this video is intended to do. So we're going to hit the top 5 things that you should consider before getting into the life insurance business. What say you?
Yeah, I'll go with the first one here. And the first one is really important, and it's not stated enough. And it would be the alignment. The alignment side of insurance. And what we mean by that is making sure that you first have to identify the niche or the area or the type of insurance you want to move into. For example, it could be mortgage protection focused. It could be final expense focused. But yet it could be focused on face-to-face. It could be over phone, or it could be some sort of a mix. And we know this is one of the hardest things to consider because when you're brand new, you don't really know what you're good at or not going to be good at, right? It's all going to be tough until it's easy, no matter which one you do. But the alignment in your vertical is going to be one of the first things that you need to figure out. Some people could get contracts or have a relationship or know somebody that's in insurance business that technically are in insurance, but they may be slightly in another vertical. They could be a primary, let's say, Medicare shop. But you can come in because they do some cross-selling. They do have life insurance contracts, and they can give you life insurance contracts if you're wanting to sell life insurance. That may sound great, but there's other things as we get into this list that you may be cutting yourself short on, if you say. Another key factor in the alignment needs to be when you're joining. So if you're joining final expense face-to-face, you need to be with a group that does a lot of final expense face-to-face.
Yes, 100%.
If you're joining mortgage protection over the phone, you need to be with a group that focuses and has the support and training and the people that are succeeding in mortgage protection over the phone. It's that simple. Beyond the vertical, because you will find multiple groups and multiple people that may do align in the avenue you want to pursue.
Can I speak to the vertical thing first? Because I know where you're going next.
Yep.
But even inside of the vertical, you have to say, what type of company is this that I'm getting, that I'm connecting with? Is it a brokerage group, which simply has a lot of contracts?
Right.
And then they're going to give you great contracts, but then it's up to you to figure out your own way through.
How do you tell the difference?
Oh man, there's all kinds of variables. Well, let me just outline maybe the range first of all. There's, organizations you can get in at an agency level, and they're really hands-on in a specific area. Well, if they're really hands-on in a specific area and they have a good daily training program for that specific area, they're more than just a national brokerage group. Those people will actually have relationships with multiple agents down in the group, team leaders, organizations. They're actually helping, building out resources, providing tools, providing weekly trainings.
So hands-on, basically.
They're hands-on all the way down through. Right. And then there are other organizations, FMOs, IMOs out there that pretty much at the high level, they're really just concerned with the person who has the contract with them. What you do with it after that is up to you. Yep. How you build your agency after that is up to you, and they stay out of it. So they're hands off when it comes to that. So what type of IMO organization are you connecting with? So that's Correct. A big part of alignment also.
Correct. And then the last part of alignment, and then we'll move on to our next one, would be understanding who you're working with in the sense of their vision, their beliefs, and their values.
Yeah.
Where they want to go and where they're taking their agency or company or their group. Do you align with that?
How are they
doing it? Do
you
relate to that? Exactly. What methods are they doing in order to get to that? That is absolutely crucial because there are people that you may have the right vertical that may specialize in the same thing you're going for, but let's say that maybe their beliefs don't necessarily line up with your beliefs and who you are. Maybe their methods of training and how they're speaking about making a sale, getting an app, production, and there's never any talk about bringing dignity back to the clients or actually making a difference in somebody's life and actually putting the client first and caring for them and doing the right thing when it comes to products, when it comes to sales tactics, when it comes to training them, or how you present or market yourself to them, that you're not misleading. A lot of those could misalign, and you don't want to wind up being in a situation or a group of that nature. So I really believe that your beliefs, the vision, and the values have to align with the vertical of what you're trying to pursue.
Another thing to consider here about alignment too is what type of organization are they in terms of, are they a sales first focused organization? Are they a recruiting first focused organization? And for those of you who are doing your homework, you're doing some study, you need to look into that. Like, does this organization talk to me more about recruiting my family and friends into the business and selling them policies and using your family and friends as essentially leads to sell insurance to, and then to recruit in the business to do the same with their family and friends? Are they recruitment first focused, or are they sales first focused, where they're going to come alongside you and help you teach you how to become profitable in selling life insurance through multiple venues using leads, warm market, multiple ways to actually reach clients and do it properly with a focus on sales and sales training. Two very different models. They're both very prominent out there. You need to do your homework. If you're just one of those people that want to build almost like an MLM style business, and you like that fast run and gun and recruit the world and spend more time recruiting than you do on sales training, getting into a sales focused organization, you may feel stifled. You may feel like this is not the right fit, and vice versa. If you're someone who wants to change their financial career and do something that's very lucrative and rewarding at the same time, and you want to know how to do that well, and you're stuck in a recruiting model and you're going to meetings all the time and all they talk about is who's recruiting and who's growing the fastest, you may feel out of alignment. It's not going to be the right fit for you long term.
Absolutely. It definitely needs to be a healthy balance there.
Are you ready to launch your insurance career? Excel Solutions is your go-to leader in life, accident, and health insurance pre-license training. Their cutting-edge e-learning platform is packed with rich content. Think interactive assessments, engaging videos, and customized learning paths, all tailored to your learning style. Being students ourselves, we've trusted Excel now for years to deliver top-notch training, offering high pass rates. Their streamlined prep review courses and the exam simulator are really your secret weapons to nailing the state exam the very first time. Now, you thought it couldn't get any better. Well, it just did. Life Insurance Academy listeners, you receive an epic 50% discount, reducing the regular course fee from $199 to only $99. So, all you have to do is use partner code LIA at liapodcast.org/Excel. Now, Excel spells XCEL. So don't think about it any longer. Dive headfirst into your insurance career with Excel Solutions' premier pre-license training with that exclusive 50% discount just for you. Get the code, get licensed, and excel in your insurance career.
Roger, let's jump into the second one here. And what do we have for the second thing that people must consider before joining into the life insurance industry?
Yeah, it goes back again, Zach, to the type of organization you're joining and the structure of their business model. And I would say as an agent coming into the space, as a life insurance agent, you're going to really have two opportunities. One is coming in as an independent agent, where your contracts are set up through an insurance marketing organization with possibly a team with them, but you're actually paid direct from the carriers. Your compensation is paid directly from a Mutual of Omaha, an American Amicable, an SBLI, Royal Neighbors, or Foresters Financial. They're going to be paying you directly. You own the renewals. You are vested.
They're your clients.
They're your clients.
Yep.
Your contracts may go through an organization, but you're compensated. And the agent of record, as far as the insurance company goes, is you. You're the agent of record. Versus an organization that we would call LOA, or licensed only agent. And Adam, I want to make sure we get bullet points up here. So as we're dropping these 5, we also put up some definitions so that people can see them. So LOA, what does that mean? Licensed only agent. What that means is that you're joining an organization that holds all of the contracts, but your contract is with the IMO, and you are paid from the IMO. The carriers pay all their commissions to the IMO, to the insurance marketing organization, to the agency, and then the agency pays you. So the question you need to ask yourself in that situation is, who owns the client? And in that scenario, the agency or the IMO owns the client, because if they're the ones receiving all the commissions and then they turn around and pay you as a licensed only agent, the reason why you're called an LOA is because you're not an independent agent who owns the book of business that you're building. The IMO does.
Right. And when I started in this insurance business with you, this isn't something that I ever even thought to ask. And I wouldn't have known a difference, like if we could assume it. And I think most agents that jump into insurance, and by the way, when I jumped in, we were set up as independent agents. We owned our own book of business. We got paid directly from the carriers. But so many people that I know in the industry jump in and invest times, if not sometimes years, into building a book, then client relationships, earning commissions in renewals, to find out that those aren't their clients. Meaning, at any given time, that marketing organization, that IMO can basically
Terminate the contract.
Terminate the contract. You can go. You won't have any renewals. You won't have any clients, and you don't have the rights to contact those clients. So that is something that can be definitely very scary in this. So that's something that we want to find out. Who owns the business? If you're investing that time, that energy, that relationship, that care for that client, you've earned that client. You've earned the right of that. And LOAs are great for people. I just want you guys to understand the positives and the drawbacks of both. And how does it fit your model and what you're trying to do when you join insurance?
I will say there's some positive with being an LOA agent. You can get contracted and appointed really, really quickly, because they're just appointing you directly to the company, and they can move quickly on that and get you up and running within a week or so. Another positive is oftentimes, because of how the compensation is paid to that group, they have more money to work with. And oftentimes you're on a slightly lower contract. But because of that lower contract, they will give you extra bonus or extra value in terms of leads sometimes.
Yeah, the marketing, the clients, the support, you basically they're funneling all that effort and energy comes right to you typically. Whereas an independent agent, that can be very costly and a lot of effort as well to generate. So there's
independent, you're taking the onus and responsibility of that. An LOA, the marketing company, the insurance marketing company is taking responsibility for that. But there is a trade-off. In the one, may be a little quicker, a little more efficient. They may have some free leads, lower compensation, but they own the book of business. In the independent, you're going to have to invest a little more. The contracts are typically a little higher. And you own the book of business, but it takes a little bit more of investment on your part to get up and running. So depending on how you're entering the business, what you're looking for, it's important to know and distinguish between those two models. And you need to ask questions as, do I own this book of business or do you? Am I vested from day one or am I not? Is this an LOA program or am I truly an independent agent? Those are some great questions to ask around that. Let's talk about number 3. the compensation plan and pay.
Yeah, and this kind of stems directly from understanding how you get paid, whether that is as an independent agent from an insurance company or as an LOA from the group you're working with. But how you get paid is very important. Let's just, for example, we'll use the one from an insurance company. Are you getting paid from the insurance company? How does commissions work? Is it on a monthly base premium as earned, which where you get a commission once every month as the client pays, or are you on an advance commission? Advance commissions where the client, the insurance company is advancing you 9 months worth of commission. It can be 6, typically it's 9 months worth of commission up front, even though the client has only paid 1 month's worth. So they're fronting us some of those commissions that they anticipate that we will earn later. So understanding how that works, what is your comp percentage that you're coming in at? In some cases, it could be 40 to 50, depending on your group setup. Some cases, it could be 70 to 80. Some cases, it could be 100 or above. So understanding where you're starting, understanding how you get paid. Is it like, where does it come from? What is it based upon? Is it based upon the annualized premium? Is typically what it's based upon. What that commission looks like when it comes in, because you're not going to get all of that annualized premium paid to you. So it's really important for new agents to really take the time and understand what they can expect to come in. Because if you understand what you expect to come in, it eliminates the possibility of you being disappointed, confusing, or let's say you're a new agent and you're struggling, you have to make this work, you have bills, you have commitments, you have all this stress and pressure on you, but at the same time, you're pushing as hard as you can, and there's nothing worse than you thinking you've reached and obtained your goal to pay those bills that month, and it's less than you expected.
Yeah, the compensation pays out differently than you understood it to be.
Absolutely. And also, and when it comes to understanding that comp package, is understanding if there is a type of reserve that is assigned to that insurance contract, which they hold a little bit of that commission back, but also understanding that if and when you get a chargeback, how that affects your cash flow of new commissions coming into you. Yeah. This stuff is crucial to understand. You can ask your upline, you can ask whoever group you're in. If you have nobody to ask, you can call and ask us. We would love to talk to you and just teach you on how commissions work so you can understand how you're getting paid, when you're getting paid, and who is paying you. That is going to be crucial as a new agent, really managing their cash flow to set them up for success.
Yeah, I would say, the idea of do all carriers on all products pay the same commission? Like, these are questions you should ask. Mm-hmm. In this compensation package, I see a number here. Does that mean no matter what type of product I write, I get paid that number?
Because what age group inside that product as well?
In almost every situation, the answer to that is no. You do not get paid that same number because different carriers have different commissions for different products. One carrier may have 7 products, and every one of those products pays a different commission. Yep. And also, like what Zach said, if you've got a final expense product, if they have a level day one preferred benefit, it pays this. If it's a standard benefit, sometimes it pays a different commission. Or if it's a guaranteed issue company where the client wouldn't otherwise qualify due to health issues, and there's a 2-year building benefit or a graded period, that pays a much lower compensation. So understanding your comp plan, how the pay works, and what happens if someone cancels, and how they recoup that money of any advance commissions, these are all very, very important questions to ask.
Another example of that a lot of new agents, and me personally when I was new, didn't understand, is let's pick a product that you write all the time, and that product is normally built and designed to fit people from 55 to 80, okay? Now, the age range for this product could be broader than that, but if you write anybody between 55 and 80, you're getting paid the standard comp that you know that you're used to getting. A lot of times for those clients outside of that age range, for example, like 81 to 85 or below 55, so you could write a 26-year-old, the compensation could be reduced, right? And it almost on every carrier is reduced in those areas. So to understand that, because typically if you write somebody that's 82, it's probably going to be a high monthly premium, which you could be expecting some sort of higher commission if you don't understand and just ask a couple of those basic questions to figure that out.
Yeah. So how do the comps work? Is it standardized? Is it a variety of comps? Make sure you see what your compensation is going to be. And also that leads us to the next one, to the fourth consideration here, which is advancement opportunities. Is there an opportunity for me to advance within this business model, within this organization? And when I say advancement opportunities, like at a job, for most people who work jobs, they realize, hey, if I work real hard, if I do well, if I hit my benchmarks, I'm hoping and expecting to be able to get a raise next year or get a promotion to a management position or a junior management position or some type of leadership role, team lead, something like that, right? What is your pathway with the insurance group you're with? Is there a pathway? Yeah. Are you stuck because the person above you is really not engaged and you want to grow, but because they're not growing, you can't grow? Or is there a pathway for you to increase your compensation with validated and verified production? Is there a pathway?
Some personal pain in that for you, Roger?
Yeah, there was. There was some personal pain.
But if you think about it, all of our listeners, they're probably watching this video right now or listening to this podcast right now because where they are, they feel stuck. They feel that there's no path. They feel that there's no way forward. They've been passed up on the promotions. So they lose hope. This is what it is. This is all you can do. To be honest, the life insurance industry and what we do is attractive because that's limitless. Don't let a group or an organization put a limit on you when you're coming to a limitless opportunity. And that's so important to understand because you want to be able to know, what do I have to do in order to reach my promotion? What do I have to do in order to earn a higher commission rate? You can line that out. You can game plan it. You will run for it. If somebody told you right now that, hey, you're in insurance, here's your comp, here's your plan, this is where you find the training, go. And by the way, you'll never get a higher commission than this ever. You're already kind of...
Unless you're ready to quit
your
and then
light
they
is
offer
dimmer.
you more after you tell them you're going to leave.
Yeah, your light is automatically dimmed. Like you're like, oh, I have nothing to run for. Guys, we're human. Like we're built for this.
We're built for achievement.
We're built for running for something. To have that is who we are. That's why we're joining this. That's why you guys are listening and watching this. So to make sure you have a clear understanding of what those benchmarks are, how to get there, how long it's going to take you, so you can put a game plan, which will eliminate a lot of that anxiety and a lot of that fear in your mind, and it will allow you to hyper-focus on what it takes to be success, to bring your family into a different position.
I would say also tied to the advancement opportunity does it have a dual track? What I mean by dual track is, can you advance with your compensation and your promotions as an individual producer? And is there a way for you to actually establish and build an agency of your own that's either local, regional, or even national? Within the same business model. So can you excel and be recognized for high production as an individual producer? And is there a pathway also for you to grow and develop your own agency, your own business inside of this in an entrepreneurial way to connect with that organization, lean on them for resource and actually build your own agency? And will they actually help you do that? And what does the advancement look like on both of those tracks? Because I'll tell you, when I got in the business, that's the track that I was attracted to. There, I'm using the word track and attracted. That I was attracted to because I wanted to build a business. I wanted to build a company. I wanted to be able to invite other people in. I didn't want to be stuck by that. And there's some models out there that are just really not designed for that. They're designed to teach you to become a top producer, and that's kind of where they want you to stay. And that first group that I was with, that's what they wanted for me. They didn't know me. And then when I was producing at a high level and I told them I was ready to leave, then they wanted to fly me to Dallas and buy me steak dinners and take me out to play golf and increase my comp. Well, I needed to know that early. And I don't want any special exception made only when things are going bad. I want a pathway to be able to grow. So these are very important questions to ask about the insurance organization that you're joining, the agency that you're joining, advancement opportunities. What do I have to do as an agent and as an agency to grow my business?
Yeah, and the fifth and one of the most important things to consider is to be able to be a part or understand that you need a team and or a mentor inside of that team in order to succeed. This is going to create a sense of community for you. This is going to create a sense of belonging. And when you talk about being a new agent, you talk about the struggle. Failure happens in isolation, success happens in community. And we believe that strongly here, but you're also able to borrow people's belief. When you're brand new, you don't have confidence, you don't have a lot of belief, but if you have somebody in your group or your community that's doing the same thing in the same area, working the same leads, doing the same training, in the same comp plan.
Hopefully they're not exactly the same leads.
Correct. Not the same client, the same form of leads.
Yeah, same type.
Then you can borrow belief, you can borrow confidence, and you can really
experience.
Follow that track to success that they are on, that experience. You're also able to lean on people that may be 2 or 3 steps above you, that maybe started a little bit sooner than you, so you know what obstacles to avoid and which pathways is going to give you a faster track. Somebody that's invested in your success and not looking at pushing you down, but lifting you up quicker to be better and stronger and faster than they are, that community is going to do everything, because you're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. You're going to ask questions. You need somebody to answer your questions.
Who's actually doing it?
Who's actually
doing the thing that you're trying to do? Are you connected to a team that's doing the thing that you're trying to do?
And all of that can happen within your team. But in addition to that is having that mentor, having that person that you can lean to, that you can ask questions. One of the biggest things to me is, I guess it was kind of annoying, but I would ask everybody every question all the time until I just wore them out, because I was a sponge for information and learning. I wanted to learn how to chew gum right to sell more insurance. So whatever it took, I was asking questions in order to do that. And you can't do that if you don't have a team. You can't do that if you don't have a mentor. And I assure you, belonging in that is only going to make everybody better. That iron sharpens iron concept, that being along, high tide raises all ships. That's where we want to belong. It's not fun to do this when you're alone. Even if you go out there, you have record weeks, you have a record month, but guess what? Who's going to celebrate it with you?
Mm-hmm. You have, so there's the insurance marketing organization here, but then it's important that if they do support downline growth, and they're not just a brokerage group, and they support downline growth with resources, tools, training, hands-on engagement, what team are you connected to, and who's the person that's working directly with you, that mentor, that coach that Zach talked about? Do they have success doing what you're doing? Are they in the hunt doing it every day? Is there a program you can plug into to see it, that you can immerse yourself in? If it's telesales, can you get on and be in a live Zoom room and watch other people do it? Can you get in a physical location and see it happening? Can you sit beside and hear how the phone calls happen, how the objections are handled? For those who are face-to-face, can you get in the car and can you run appointments with people who are actually doing the thing you're trying to do? If clients are coming into your office, can you shadow that person and ask them feedback questions every day until you figure this out? Because if you get in the business with what looks like a fast-growing team, but the person that you're connected to knows nothing or knows very little, and the person they're connected to may know just a little bit more, and somewhere way up the line, someone knows what they're doing. How much hands-on are you getting from that person way up the line? You're going to have to figure that out and navigate it. And the more plugged in and you're connected to someone who's in the hunt, in the fire, in the fight with you, that's how you win.
I was just going to say that, Roger, that your mentor cannot be a video library.
No.
It cannot be.
It can be supported by a video library.
It can be, but you need to be able to have a conversation. You need to be able to share your goals, your desires, your dreams. You need to be able to share and work with them on what you want to pursue, how long it's going to take you, and really break that down. If you don't have that personal relationship, then you can't have the accountability. There's no relationship attached to that. There's no feeling like you're letting somebody else down. You're not bringing people into your environment. It's not going to propel you forward without that. So,
well, we see this in our boot camps that we do, Zach, our life telesales boot camps. People come in from all over the country and join us for 3 days, and we're literally sitting beside them while they're on the phone with a client. We're sitting beside them while they're struggling to dial. We're sitting beside them when they're getting hung up on. We're sitting beside them when the client is saying, I don't have time, I already got insurance. When the client is saying, I can't afford this, or is this free? We're actually listening in on those calls and helping coach them. Do you have someone in your corner on an ongoing basis that's going to be doing that with you? Regardless of what specific vertical. You might be doing IULs and you're doing tax-free retirement planning. Is the group you're connected to doing that with someone that you can model that after? Are they doing MP, mortgage protection, at a high level over the phone? Can you model that? Can you listen? Same thing with final expense. Do they have a track record for success? Can you follow a simple system and plug in daily to get the support you need? So these are the 5 questions everybody should ask before jumping into the life insurance business. I want to hit them again. Number 1, alignment. Are you aligned with the organization? Character, values, the type of organization. Number 2, is it an LOA, a licensed only agent organization, or are you truly an independent agent? Number 3, the comp plan. How are you paid? Do you understand how that works? Number 4, what are the advancement opportunities for you to grow as a producer and as an agency? And lastly, are you connected to a team that is actively winning, doing what you're doing on a daily basis that you can plug into? If you ask yourself those questions, get those answers, I guarantee you, you will save yourself time, money, and frustration, and you'll put yourself in a much higher place and a much higher percentage to win. Over to you, man. Closing remarks.
Yeah, just say, if you don't or you're looking for that, please reach out. That's what we're here for. We want to help you guys. We want to be there for you. If you want to come to one of our boot camps, let us know. If you find any valuable from this episode or any of the episodes we have, please like, share, and subscribe. The subscribe allows us to actually produce more content for you guys to help people just like you. So we really appreciate it. But we'll catch you next time on the Life Insurance Academy podcast.